So I drove up from Yuma to the Quartzfest area, which was held at the Roadrunner BLM land. Roadrunner is part of the Bureau of Land Management's, that's a federal agency that owns quite a bit of the land out west. It's an area that is put aside for RVers and campers to park and camp and enjoy. Many of these areas are free, but they have a 14-day limit, so you can stay for 2 weeks before you have to move to a different area. So I pulled in and found myself a place to park out here in the desert, and it's a very large area, quite expansive. It's really kind of astounding. This area around Quartzsite is very popular for mobile people that live in RVs or travel in RVs to stay through the winter months. The temperatures down here stay quite tolerable. They rarely get below freezing at night throughout the winter. Thanks to Al, W3CE, who had a much better drone than mine, and he's one of my viewers, he took some images and he gave me the footage. Now here I am parked, and as the drone goes up, we'll get a good view of exactly how large this area is. And you can see that it goes off there to the distance, and if you look off in the distance, you'll see some white way over there by the hills. There's other areas out here where people can park. Now here in a panorama, you can really see how spread out it is. There's other areas up there by Quartzsite, off to the upper right. Those are different areas, different names. Those are the LTVAs, long-term visitor areas, where you can pay a slightly bigger fee and get use of the area for months. Now here, the attendees are helping to set up the tents for Quartzfest. They put up several tents, and they had to drill some holes to put up the billboard signs here as well. And there's the billboard signs and the welcome tent erected and ready for the event. Back at the big tent, there was lots of debate and examining of the directions as they tried to figure out the best way to put up this tent. It was the first time that they'd put it up. But they made progress, and after about an hour or so, they had the tent raised. And this would be one of the main seminar areas in this big tent. And there's the finished tent. And then we take a look inside of it here. You can see it's got a lot of space to it. And they did several seminars inside this tent. The W7Q special event station for Quartzfest was set up quickly. And they used an MFJ cobweb antenna for 20 meters and up, and an inverted V antenna for the lower bands. And they had 2 rigs in there that people could come up and operate during the event. Here, Gordon West is doing the final tune-up on the radios and getting them ready for the attendees to operate and enjoy the time that they have on the station at Quartzfest. After a couple of days with really wonderful sunrises, the event got started. After an opening ceremony, I walked around a bit to just take in how many RVs were here, and the place was packed. Antennas, antennas, antennas everywhere you looked. All kinds of antennas, beams, inverted Vs, verticals, hex beams, dipoles, all kinds of antennas were in use at Quartzfest. The opening ceremony itself was quite packed and really shows you the size of the crowd. There's just so many people that arrived. They did some initial announcements and chatted about the events and things that were going to be going on, and then we got rolling. And the week at Quartzfest began. In an upcoming video, I'll talk a little bit more about a couple of things that I ran across and something that I did myself there at the event. So until that video, well, have a good day, 73. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're not already a subscriber, click to subscribe. Join us on the Facebook channel for discussion about the videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please click to support me on my Patreon page.